Hello and welcome to Value Research Podcast. You're listening to First Page, a column written by Virendra Kumar. A stock market fable. Value and risk in investing during bull markets. Do you remember the atmosphere in the equity markets towards the end of 2007? The Sensex had been up about 5 times over the previous 5 years, and really, there was a madness in the air. There seemed to be no end to how high and how fast stocks could rise. We all remember how it ended, but that's not my point today. My point is not what happened to the markets when they crashed, but to individual companies when they recovered. Whenever the markets rise like they did then, they eventually crash. It was inevitable then, and it's inevitable now. There may be some doubt about when it will happen and by how much, but it will definitely happen. To a seasoned equity investor, this is nothing unexpected. Ups and downs are part of the game. The part that few investors appreciate is that these are dangerous times. Over the next few years, when the dust settles in the next market cycle, you will find that these weren't great times as far as buying stocks was concerned. You might think I'm saying this only because during bull runs valuations are high and stocks are expensive. You would be right, but that's not the only reason and the biggest one. The biggest reason is psychological. When anything you buy makes money, the constant skepticism that investors need disappears from their brains. This euphoria can lead to poor decision making, where investors ignore fundamental analysis and chase momentum. They may overlook company financial or governance red flags, blinded by the allure of quick gains. Moreover, even mediocre companies can see their stock prices soar during these times, creating a false sense of security. It's crucial to remember that when the tide eventually turns, the quality of the underlying business will determine which stocks survive and thrive, not just market sentiment. In fact, in 2007, just before the market's peak, I wrote a newspaper column with this amusing story. One day, a man appeared in a village and offered to buy all the monkeys that the villagers could supply for 1,000 rupees each. The villagers caught all the monkeys around and sold them. Soon, another man appeared and offered 2,000 rupees for each monkey. However, there weren't any more monkeys around, so the villagers couldn't sell the man anything. However, they figured that for some reason, the demand for monkeys were going up. So they looked for the first man and bought back all the monkeys for 3,000 rupees each, which was the least the man was willing to take. Unfortunately, this stratagem failed and the buyer never reappeared, leaving the villagers stuck with the animals. Nearby, there was another village where the same story was repeated, except it was about goats. The final buyer also never appeared, and the villagers were stuck with the goats. However, there was a big difference. The monkeys were a nuisance. They were noisy, troublesome, and dangerous, and they stole food all the time. So the villagers eventually abandoned them in the forest. The goats, however, were all right. They were easy to keep, grazed on grass, and gave milk. When they grew older, the villagers slaughtered them for meat. All in all, buying goats was not the bad deal it looked like initially. For investors in today's raging bull market, the moral of the story should be obvious. In this heated market, take great care to differentiate between the monkeys and the goats in your portfolio. The monkeys are the speculative stocks, hyped up by market sentiment but lacking fundamental value. When the market inevitably corrects, these stocks may prove to be not just worthless but actively detrimental to your financial health. The goats, on the other hand, represent companies with solid fundamentals, strong business models, and the ability to generate real value over time. The goats are expensive too, but at least they will deliver value even after buyers disappear.